Welcome to another episode of Bringing Down the Grindhouse, a podcast where we discuss horror in media. And tonight, prepare to be mystified as we explore the fog and the mist. I'm Mitch.
I'm Murr.
I'm Justine.
And I'm Jonathan.
Fuck your pun.
What's with this dad joke?
I was trying something new.
Hey, I was into it.
Trying something new.
Mystified.
As you explore the fog.
Okay, but what is the real difference between a fog and mist? Is there like a huge difference?
I think a fog comes from the ocean. It's like a marine layer, basically. Versus a mist can appear anywhere, really. It's just, it could come out of a fucking, I don't know. Where do mists come from?
Where do mists go?
It's got to be like water that's been vaporized to a point. So
to a point.
Yeah, to a
every
point.
time-
So it's like steam coming off of my pasta. Is that mist?
Technically, yeah. If there was a lot of it, like what if you got like a really big thing of pasta that was just ready, and then it just like the steam filled up the whole room? I think that would be considered a mist.
Okay,
I have an
I'm
official
into
answer.
it.
Now,
You have an
I have
official answer.
Wait,
Oh,
I want to hear yours
go.
first.
Oh,
What's your theory?
There's no. Okay, we want to hear my theory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so say if theoretically the Greek gods are alive and real.
Yeah.
Well, you know how they would always have like Olympic games.
Right.
It's modern ages. They're fucking having a vape contest right now.
Oh.
The gods are having a vape contest.
Okay,
fucking
real
clown.
shit, real
Real
shit,
This is
answer.
though.
very on brand for Zeus.
I was about to say Zeus is the ultimate fuckboy. You
Yes.
know he's gonna win that
I
competition.
agree.
Bro, check out my new fucking mod, Hercules. Baby.
No, who was the guy in the forge? Wasn't it Hephaestus?
Hephaestus, yes.
Yeah. Check out this new mod Hephaestus made for me. And then Hades shows up with his modified one. It's like an
Okay.
open flame.
Tell me what the fuck the difference is between
All right.
mist
It's
and
actually
fog.
much simpler. The official thing that I found was fog and mist differ by how far you can see through them. Fog is when you can see less than 1,000 meters away, and if you can see further than 1,000 meters, we call it mist. That's it.
Wow.
Well, then in the mist, that was more like a fog because that was a thick.
I agree.
fog.
Yeah, I was like, they named it incorrectly because you could actually not see very far. Well,
Well,
In both
shit.
cases, these are fogs, but I feel like the fog took it before
that's
the
an
mist got
answer
there.
from the government, from
the government,
UK government, so they know their fog.
Oh, that's true. They got nothing but fucking fog
Yeah.
and rain and
So it's an
gloom.
official source, .gov website.
Sick.
So we digress from the definition of the fog and the mist.
We were all wrong.
Yeah, it turns out we're all wrong.
Yeah, but I'm glad that we have clarified this now.
I know. I feel wiser. I'm ready. I'm ready for the world now.
I feel like there was a lot of small things like that in the movies that were just a bit off. Like with the mist having like all sorts of random era vehicles in their movie
Oh yeah.
and and costumes and stuff. You couldn't put it into a specific period.
Which movie?
The mist.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I made note of that because I saw like the fire truck that drove by in the beginning, looked
Which is
really
like the wrong
old.
city.
Yeah, but then I would look at, judging by the fire truck, I would assume it was maybe like 80s,
Yeah.
70s, 80s. But judging by their clothes, it was more like
50s,
2000s.
60s.
Well, their
Well, for
clothes
the
were like
MPs
50s,
at least.
60s. The hairstyle was very modern, like early 2000s, 90s even.
Yeah, but then you look at the fucking tanks and you realize, what the fuck? Is this
Modern.
modern warfare?
Yeah,
This is modern
right.
warfare. Nice.
Okay. Which do we want to talk about first?
We should talk about the fog first.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's older and it's a little campier.
And to be honest, it was like the inspiration for The Mist.
I'm sure Stephen King saw it and was like, I got to write something like this.
I think did Stephen King write The Mist after he...
It was a novella.
I'm pretty sure.
That he wrote.
Okay, was that after like The Fog came out?
I want to say it was, but I am not exactly sure on the
I
years.
will look that up for
We
you
should-
right now.
we should double check
actually.
it.
Okay. Real quick though, The Fog came out in 1980.
Yeah.
It was directed by that big dick motherfucker, John Carpenter. Like the third or fourth movie we fucking talked about.
Yeah, it's like the fourth movie.
Yeah, he's great. And I realized that I really like his directing.
Yeah.
It stars Adrienne Barbeau. She plays the disc jockey. Jamie Lee Curtis, Scream Queen.
Fuck yeah.
It was actually published the same year that the
Oh, shit.
Fog came out, with 1980.
Damn. All right.
Tom Atkins, Janet Leigh, and Hal Holbrook. And the budget was $1.1 million, a very fucking low budget,
Yeah.
and it made $21.3 million in the box office.
God damn. All right.
Nice.
That's pretty much all I got for that, unless you want to hear some production notes.
Yes, we always love to hear.
So
production
you saw
notes.
the lighthouse, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a real lighthouse, and it's actually 300 steps down. I was looking at that shit.
Oh
Like,
my god.
how many steps is that?
I have
Like,
an exact number.
how the fuck do you just go to your job every day, go down 300, and then get up 300 every day? It was pretty weird. And then Stevie Wayne, she basically was patterned her voice after Alison Steele. She was a female disc jockey from the 1960s who was known as the Nightbird.
Nice.
And this is my favorite fun fact. What is the pirate captain's name?
Oh, I don't know.
It starts with a D. It was played by Rob Bottin. And if you don't recognize that name, we talked about it a lot on the first episode I was in from The Thing. He is the guy who does the special effects for The Thing, all of them.
It makes sense.
So what happened was Rob Bottin went into the studio and he was trying out for a part. He was like, "Hey, do you have like a monster part in this movie? I love your movies." And he's like, John Carpenter looked at him and was like, "Stand up, son." And Rob Bottin was just like, he's going to tell me to get the fuck out. He's like, "You're 6'5"? You're hired."
Yeah, for real, dude. Like 6'5".
I want you to know that the name of the pirate captain is Blake.
Yes, Blake.
Blake.
Captain Blake.
I thought it was gonna be something much more fancy.
He looks dope. He has
Yeah.
that super great cutlass from like 1900s.
This is a great horror film because it goes into like supernatural, like left field by having fucking pirates, vengeful pirates.
I think it's dope. I mean, the thing is, like, the 80s love pirates. You have the Goonies.
Hell yeah, they
Yeah.
were
You
pirates.
You had, like, I don't know. You had Hook in the 90s.
It's unique, like it's original IP. Like no one's gonna make shit like
Ghost pirates?
Ghost pirate.
Well, at least they tried and then it failed.
No,
They
it didn't.
They did.
Pirates of the Caribbean did amazing.
Yeah, I was
Get the
about
fuck
to
outta
say.
here. No, they tried to remake The Fog in like 2005, and people fucking hated it.
Yeah, you just shouldn't remake 1980s classics.
No, you really shouldn't.
Looking at you, Pet Cemetery.
Oh no, I haven't seen it. Is it really that bad?
I don't even want to talk about it.
I haven't seen it either, but I'll take your advice.
The only good one I'd say is like the newer Evil Dead.
Newer Evil Dead was dope. It was really dark
Hella bloody.
and super bloody. Yeah, I remember that. Where she like cuts off her own arm at some point with like a saw.
spoilers. No, I'm just kidding.
Right? Yeah. Oh yeah. Also, spoilers for these movies. If you haven't seen them, go watch them.
But that's a
we
given
will
with
spoil
us,
it.
though.
Yeah, I feel like you should know this by now. Yeah, he shoots his kid at the end,
Hey,
Bro.
like a minute before help arrives, which is like the most tragic ending.
I will get to that.
We'll get to it.
Yeah, you're getting ahead of everyone.
Sorry.
The Fog is really cool, though. It's a really good 80s movie. I think that it did the ghost story really well.
Right.
And it's
I love that.
Yeah, I know. I
That's
did
such a good
too.
opener.
It was such really effective at creating an atmosphere in the very beginning.
Yes.
Very much like how Suspiria did. I noticed a lot of lighting
Yeah.
choices that were very much like Suspiria. And if you go back and listen to one of our previous episodes, we talk about Suspiria, so you'll maybe notice some of the same things in this film that the other one also exhibited. Such as like red lighting in space. There's like a scene where like the white-haired lady is walking through the church and like it flashes red on her until she hits the shadows.
Yeah.
And like just like interesting things like that. I liked it. Atmosphere in this movie is really good.
I think that the atmosphere definitely works well, especially with the opening scene with the church, with like the giant shake in the church, and then the reveal of the notebook from the dead captain. Which we then, like, we don't get to see the story, but we get to get some glimpses of it.
Wasn't it one of the church guys' journal?
Grandparents.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. They came to this island 100 years ago and they settled, but the people who settled betrayed the captain and sunk the ship.
Yeah. So vengeful ghosts is what they end up being by the time they're revealed and what's going on. Somehow this movie was not cheesy for me when I rewatched it, which is kind of surprising because most 80s films are really campy and cheesy at some point. I was like, this is still pretty good.
It was
After
cheesy.
like watching a bunch of horror films, I'm like, this still holds up pretty well.
Well, like, it was cheesy in the right ways.
Yeah,
You know?
it wasn't like cringy. Like you were watching like, oh, I want to skip this. Like this is not.
And that's the thing, because, like, when Stevie Wayne gets on the radio. And it's like that's the thing. I feel like I'm watching like a super chill, like late night horror TV show.
Well, it's super common to have like, if you were a famous person on the radio or like a DJ, you actually had some prominence. Whereas now it's kind of hard to be famous like that because like you're not just on the radio, you're like just randomly putting shit out into the internet, and people are like, why should I even listen to you?
Right. I mean, there's so much things to consume. Like when the only
Right.
thing to consume is the radio, because
It's the only
back
route.
then you can't just hook up your iPod to the car and listen to your music. You listen to what's available on the streams.
Right. All you had was a few radio stations.
Right. And you're pretty much a celebrity in your area if you're the radio show host.
Fucking people back in the 80s going like, my child is at 844 White Duck Lane. This motherfucker just knows where that is, like, immediately. Like, nobody here has, like, an intuition really like that anymore, I don't think. I don't know many people who are just like, where's the address? Oh, we'll just GPS it. Back then,
right.
it's like, you have traveled all the roads around this area when you moved there, and you've learned and mastered all of them.
I know. I feel like that's probably like the first thing you do when you come into a new town. You're like, all right, got to figure out how to get around everywhere. What road is this? What road is that? I got 5 roads in this city.
Yeah, I mean, and I think that we consider how different technology is and what a role it played in filmmaking, or especially in like horror movies or any movie rather, and how much it changed what people do in them.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the thing. Both of these movies have a great thing that is like, they show off the small town very well. Everyone knows each other. Everyone knows each other by their first and last name, their occupation, their kids, whose kid hit who at school. You know what I mean? Like, you have a real sense of like, these people have been living here for a while. They know the streets. They know each other's names. They know the mayor. They know everything like that in both movies.
It's kind of nice almost. I would almost kind of want to live somewhere like that, just to have that sense of community that's kind of lost in big cities like this.
It's the more positive aspect of a small town as opposed to like the religious fanatics that you see in
But like,
the
I
Mist.
wouldn't want everybody to know my business at the same time.
Yeah, they're very nosy people. That's probably the other side of it, is that everyone knows your business. You can't really
get
go
away
about
with
doing
anything. If you're a drunk, everybody knows you as the drunk.
That sucks, like getting labeled the town drunk.
Yeah, no closet drunks here.
I mean, well, it's just Barney. Leave him alone.
Poor Barney.
Yeah, Barney always sings his Alley songs.
It's great.
We never understand him, but
Nope.
he's all right,
It's Barney,
Just kind of accept him. He's
He
an
needs
idiot.
some comic
He's a town
relief.
idiot,
So we have this like immediate thing going off at 12. That's the thing. It's 5 minutes before 12.
Right.
And
the
then
witching hour.
It
I
hits.
thought that was 3 a.m.
It is, but I feel like movies always want midnight
Stroke
to
of
be
midnight.
the witching hour.
Right. Okay, yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
It hits at 12 and everything gets fucked. I mean, what happens? We have cars going off. We have random windows exploding. Basically just all kinds of fucked shit.
Dogs barking, which is always a bad sign.
Wait, that actually is a pretty common thing in film, especially horror film. They believe in the superstition that pets or dogs and cats will be able to sense fear in some way. And so
Well,
it's like a visual marker for most people.
I feel like it's just that animals are aware of things that humans aren't aware of, because we have a limited range of light that we can see and a limited range of sounds that we can hear, versus dogs and cats go a lot further than that. So maybe they're just aware of something that's already there that we can't perceive quite yet, until it starts moving shit and blowing up shit.
Yep, pretty much. I mean, it's a good piece of how do I want to say this? It's a good tool to use in film to be able to have a marker like that, because otherwise people are dumb and don't really know what's going on.
What are you barking at? There's nothing there.
Yeah, else
except
to give you that
everything is
moment.
there.
Yeah, it's like people saying everything's going to be okay, and it's never okay.
Right
Like that
before
is-
shit hits the fan.
Yeah, exactly. Anytime someone says some shit like that, or what was the joke they made in Scream where it's like, I'll be right back. And they like never come
Wait,
back
you never say, I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Yo, guys, I'll be right back.
and does it immediately. That's great.
All right, another rule. You can't have sex. And everyone's like, no!
Oh! I think they booed him.
Yeah. So then the mist, or the fog comes in. Not the mist. The fog comes in. And it's fucking bright.
Yeah.
And they had to use a lot of tricks with camera work and lighting to get this special tint going.
They did a lot of extra stuff for it, and I appreciate the effort because it ends up looking visually pretty cool. Like, to me, it felt like when you go into certain, like, haunted trails kind of things, and you have all these effects going on, and they're trying to, like, up the scare factor. And that's what they pretty much did on film. And it wasn't just like, here's a mist that has, like, no color, or it's, like, rolling in somewhere.
Have you ever been to, like, one of those haunted things?
Yeah,
yes,
and I fucking hate them.
I love it.
I did one in North Carolina once.
Oh, God.
North Carolina.
Okay.
See, I wouldn't go to one in North Carolina. That's just me.
That was really fun. And, like, the person I was with, I would often just, like, it would be really quiet, and I just shake them a little, and they're like, oh, I fucking hate you. But the highlight of this trip, which was probably the scariest thing, they have a really kind of weird vacuum kind of room. It's like stuff is super close together and you can't find the exit until you keep running. And they blindfold you.
What the fuck?
Oh,
So they're like, do you
hell.
want to go in this dark room that you could barely like squeeze through? Like if you're bigger, you're not going to be able to get through this. Like it's
my
your
God.
choice. And I was like, fuck it. Let's try it.
No.
And literally I had to backtrack like 4 or 5 times because I kept on running into dead ends. And that's when I realized like I only have like a square foot of air in front of me. So like I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna have to fucking try this. And the person that I was with did not go. So I was like, I'm on my own. And I literally ran into a woman. She's like, do you know where the exit is? I'm like, lady, I'm in the same boat as you are. Like
See, I couldn't do that. I'm like very claustrophobic. So a room like that, and on top of that being blindfolded, like
it was already pitch dark,
what?
but they blindfold you, so you're just even more out of it.
No, this is like those scare events where they get your like consent
And they just
before
straight
you go
up
in.
torture you?
Yeah, I'm like, why would you? Unless you're like really, really masochistic
I was
and you
about
want
to
shit to
say.
happen to you, like, why would you go to anything like that? Like you're giving them permission to like hit you and shit. And like throw
shove
blood on
shit
you
in
and
your
like
mouth.
yeah, I'm like, oh man, I've seen 'em-
Potentially drown you.
Someone showed me one of those videos and I was like, this is uncomfortable. I don't want to do this. Why do people do this?
Oh man.
Ghost pirates.
Ghost pirates.
I'm trying to think of any other instance that I know of that has ghost pirates, and all I could come up with is Scooby-Doo and Pirates of the Caribbean.
Which makes it super dope.
Wait, is Ghost Ship Ghost Pirates?
Ghost ship.
No,
yeah.
it just happens to be
No, it's
ghosts
not.
on a
No,
sunken ship.
They're not pirates.
They are not
haven't
pirates.
Gotten the pirate subtype.
We
At
should
all.
do Ghost Ship, though. That is a good, like, weird horror film.
Nice.
I really like the idea of ghost pirates. Like, I wish there were more movies we could just like compare it to. But that's the thing, like pirates that are on long voyages. Doing
John
crazy
Carpenter does
things.
not make movies that you can compare shit to. People compare their shit to his stuff.
Yeah, right?
Is usually what happens because he's just so iconic in the horror like genre. So creating something like this that's pretty original.
I mean, the soundtrack for this movie alone is very John Carpenter.
Yeah, holy
the
shit.
keyboards, synthiness.
Here's all the synth.
All of his stuff was like
What is
that.
this? Stranger Things.
I love that.
Or is Stranger Things just like John Carpenter?
They
Whoa.
had a
Probably.
huge boner for John Carpenter when they were making the music.
Shout out to Survivor. Oh wait, no, Survive is the band that.
Oh, okay. I was like Survivor.
Yeah, they actually like they made those tracks underneath their own actual names. They didn't go as Survive. They wanted to get credited as actual fucking musicians.
Damn.
But yeah, so it's 12, shit's going down, and then we get the Ghost Pirates. And that's when we get our fucking first on-screen kills, jeez. And I thought this movie was PG-13 or
Nah.
PG. I didn't realize it was R. So when I saw that first kill, I was like, oh, this is an 80s film. Fuck yeah.
What I love about the production for this is that their first finished film, they screened it like privately to just double check things, and John Carpenter's like, this is awful, like this is the worst movie I've made. He even said, he's like, I knew it in my heart that this movie was terrible, and so he decided to reshoot a bunch of the stuff and made it gorier because he wanted to compete with other 80s films that were very bloody, which is why you have the kills that you see in the movie.
Okay, so have you guys seen SpongeBob?
Yeah.
Yes.
So this whole like first scene, well, the first kill scene kind of reminded me of like the hash slinging slasher story from SpongeBob.
Oh my god.
And then there will be a knock at the door.
Yeah, it
And they
totally
always
is that.
knock. They always knock before they come in. They're very polite pirates, if I do say so myself.
They always let you know.
And
They're
then
like, "We're here."
he had the hook hand too. Man.
And he's like
yeah.
a silhouette the whole time with glowing
just
eyes.
with the glowing red eyes.
It's just like a cardboard cutout.
It's the slinging slasher.
Shit.
I don't know about you guys, but like the knocking at the door was very unsettling. I was
Oh,
just,
yeah.
ugh.
It's because they upped the sound every time they did it. They're like, here's
Dunk.
the loudest thing in the fucking movie.
Dunk.
Hold on, baby. Somebody's at the door.
Oh no, there's nobody here.
The clock just conveniently struck 1 when I went to go answer the
It
door.
was
Just-
it was a lot of cliches
cool-
after
I
another.
mean,
Yeah.
one cool thing about this one though, and a lot of other John Carpenter's, there's always rules.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has
Oh
very
yeah.
defined rules, like that you have to be in the fog for them
Yeah.
to actually touch you. If
Yeah.
you're out of the fog, they can't affect you at all.
Right.
And they're only out from the times of 12 a.m. to 1 a.m. So
Yeah.
From
guys are
12 to 1.
just 1 hour, but they fuck shit up in that hour.
Right, for real.
They're out for 6 people.
Just
Really?
six
yeah.
people.
Yeah, they want blood because they lost their treasure and they were wronged. And we learned this through the pastor.
Right.
Eventually, like, giving some context clues. Like, I found this journal.
Yeah.
Because they're going to have that ceremony to celebrate like,
I'm
the founding
glad
of
it
that.
wasn't just a single moment of like, here is a spew of story and this is all you need to know. I'm glad it was like random pieces throughout the story.
I thought it was really dope when she's like, are you going to be making it to, like bless the unveiling of the statue for the people who founded the city? And then he's like, our city was founded by murderers.
Oh, shit.
And I was like, yo!
This guy's serious.
He gets
Priest-
drunk
Priest
too.
is awesome
He gets
in this
drunk as
movie.
fuck. He's like, fuck, man, my whole life's a lie. My grandpa
Oh,
was a
shit.
fucking bastard.
How did you guys feel about this representation of a religious person compared to the one you see in The Mist, where you have, what was her name? McCarty?
Something like that.
The crazy religious lady who's
Yeah.
like...
I feel like drunk reverends are always a good thing.
Yeah, they're paying for something. I feel they have some sort of weight and baggage, but like they're aware of it too. And I feel like that was sort of the issue with the other lady. She wasn't really aware of the weight of her actions and her words, and eventually she just kind of caused the whole mutiny towards the end of it, versus this guy was just kind of trying to save everybody, really.
She's an interesting one who
Miss
I'll talk about.
Carmody is her name.
Oh, I will talk about her later.
Yeah.
Because Miss Carmody is an interesting person.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But the priest in this movie is awesome because he's probably more religious than she is, or probably more true to the faith than she is, simply because he's willing to like sacrifice himself at the end of the movie. He's like, if you take me so that no one else dies, sort of idea.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll give it up because my grandpa did this.
My grandfather is the traitor. I'm his kin. Take me.
Yeah.
Responsibility.
So
That's the big difference
He ends
there.
up being sort of a martyr at the end of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he lives though, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, no, he got his head chopped off. At the
Oh,
end,
that's
remember?
right.
They
Damn
came
it. God
back.
damn it. That's right.
They came back for him.
Decapitation.
What's the main
for
pirate's name?
What was it? Was it Blake?
Blake.
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 I love that when like they're at the church and he's like, Blake, and then they turn the camera and it's just like 6 guys just stanced.
Right.
I was like, that's the best shot in the fucking movie. Right
That
there.
might be one of the best shots of the film.
You
not
see the
gonna lie.
cutlass and everything.
Yeah, it's very iconic. You could have paused there and taken a picture.
I was really there for that heavy ass gold cross, though.
Yo.
That's some bling right there.
Oh, okay,
I want to
yeah.
put that on a gold chain.
I think we need to do like an edit of that picture and put like a chain around it to look like he's wearing it.
Yeah.
Somebody call for Papa.
Is that Mr. T?
How did you guys feel about Jamie Lee Curtis's, role as the hitchhiker that comes to a city and has to deal with the paranormal?
Does not surprise me because she usually will play someone who is very supportive in that sense, and it just fits her. She always gets well casted into these kinds of films.
Her screams are great.
AKA why she's called the Scream Queen.
Yeah. I mean, when she finds the dead body on the boat.
Yeah.
She gets that fucking blood curdling scream. It's awesome.
I do wonder how many times that they have to record it though, where they're like, "Nah, it's not right. We need you to do it again."
Can you scream better? Take 37.
Yeah.
See, this is why they hire her. She practices this shit on her own.
Can you imagine just being at home and you hear a random scream from your neighbor?
I mean, is Jamie Lee Curtis married? Does her did her guy at the time just hear her randomly scream in the house? It's like, what happened? What went on? What's going on? She's like, I'm practicing.
Oh, yeah, I'm just practicing.
This comes with the territory, maybe. You just know.
There was that picture on the internet that I saw surfacing. He's like, "Hi, I'm a voice actor." He put a note on his front door. "Hi, I'm a voice actor. I often have to do very annoying or crazy sounding screams and like yells. I'm not dying. Just realize I'm able to work from my home and I'm very happy about it. Thank you."
Yeah, don't call the cops on me, please.
Sometimes I have to play a dying person.
God.
I really was hoping for a scene where the fog encompasses the ceremony where they're unveiling the statue.
Oh, right.
And we would just get a bunch of town murder. I was really hoping for it, but best thing we got was the lighthouse thing.
Which is, it's good. So that makes me think about, how did you guys feel about the ending of it? Did you like the way it sort of wrapped up like that?
They were paid with blood and paid with gold, and they ended it. Yeah.
They're kind of like,
they broke the curse.
This is like, it's like the curse is kind of broken.
Mm-hmm.
With a premise this simple, I think that the only way to end it is simply...
Just give it back.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. It's done. There you go. Story over.
I think that also makes it work very well for like a small condensed story where you're not going to get it too convoluted. It's like, this is what's happening. That's all you need to know. And then you're just cheering for people to survive.
Why not me, Blake? Why not me? Bam. Damn.
So, do you guys have any final thoughts on The Fog?
I really like this movie because I feel like it's one of those horror movies that you cuddle up with like popcorn, you put your blanket over your head.
It's good for a movie night.
Yeah, it's a good movie night movie. It's interesting, but it's also light enough that you're not like feeling horrible after watching it. Because damn, there's some movies that I'm like, man, I need a fucking cigarette.
Oh yeah, the first time watching The Mist, you're kind of fucked up about the ending.
Oh yeah, no, that was... We'll get to that.
We'll get to that.
I'm reminded of the guy that was like, "Oh yeah, I buy a movie pass so I can watch a new movie every week." And I gotta tell you, it's the worst feeling to watch a movie and it just makes you feel like shit afterwards.
I remember that.
And then we're watching Upgrade and that movie ends on such a bad note, and he's just like, "It happened again, boys."
Oh my god! Just making yourself feel like shit every week.
Yeah. I think Justine nailed exactly what the positives are with The Fog, in that it's fun, it's a good story, it's well written, it creates the horror atmosphere that you might be looking for without being too much for most people. I think it's accessible. It's an accessible horror movie.
Definitely.
Yeah. I'd recommend it to people if you're just trying to see a quick hour-and-a-half horror movie that's fun.
That's also made by John Carpenter.
The big dick motherfucker.
Yeah. Big JC in the house.
Flopping on the table.
Then this is a good time to move into The Mist, which is a lot heavier, more serious.
It is a lot heavier. There's so much fog in this movie.
So much fog in The Mist.
That shit's thick.
And one of the better adaptations of one of Stephen King's works.
Yeah.
I will get into production notes real quick.
Go for it.
The Mist was made in 2007, or released in 2007. It's based on the 1980 novella The Mist by Stephen King. It's written by Frank Darabont. Also directed by Frank Darabont. If you don't know or recognize that name, he's the guy that did The Walking Dead.
Didn't he also do The Shawshank Redemption?
And The Shawshank Redemption.
As well as The Green Mile.
And The Green Mile.
Yo, those are also two great interpretations of
Stephen
King book. Yeah, absolutely see those.
So he wanted to start with The Mist, but then it was like, no, I'm not good enough for it yet, and did these other two films, and then did The Mist.
I mean, I think it worked well
Which is
for
a
him.
good choice for him to do, because he made really good movies with all three.
He did The Shawshank Redemption?
Yeah.
That's like considered one of the best movies of all time.
Yeah, I know.
So it stars Thomas Jane, Marsha Gay Harden, Laurie Holden, and
Just an
Andre
ensemble
Crawford.
cast.
But it
There's a lot
also
of great
stars
people.
so many Walking Dead actors.
Yeah, it really
Yeah.
is.
Laurie Holden, Jeffrey DeMunn, Melissa McBride, and Juan Gabriel Pereira. I saw Melissa McBride just like, does anyone want to help a lady home? And I was like, I'll take you home, Carol.
Ends up okay at the end of the movie too.
Yeah.
But I thought the guy who plays Dale in The Walking Dead, he fucking killed it in this movie. Like his expressions, he's the old guy that comes in running with the bloody nose.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
He kills it in this movie.
I had to think about that for a second.
And just the last note, it made the budget was $18 million. It made $57.3 million in the box office.
Wasn't the main dude the guy who played the Punisher?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought
And
so.
I'll say something really funny about that in just a moment. Just some other random notes that you might want to know. Stephen King says that he's generally frightened by this adaptation of his novel. And he even said, "You finished my story better than I could."
Yeah, that was great. It's crazy to think that the author liked the ending of the film better than his own book.
It's really rare that happens too.
Yeah.
And so he also showed him a pre-screening, and when the bug first hits the window, everyone saw Stephen King jump out of his seat.
Oh, that's great.
And he's like, "I got him with the oldest trick in the book."
Classic jump scare.
I'm just wondering, how do you scare Stephen King?
I feel like he might be a jumpy dude.
Yeah.
I write horror and I'm a jumpy person.
This is true.
I mean, I feel like Stephen King has like an mental obsession with writing.
Oh, definitely.
And it might be like a problematic thing for him. But he was also like a heavy like alcohol and drug user as well, like during a lot of his writing career. Like I think I've said this before on here, but he doesn't remember writing Cujo.
Yeah.
Like he
that's
doesn't
crazy.
remember writing that book.
He's just like, what the fuck did I why did I write
I read
this?
so much Stephen King when I was younger. So like I've like Salem's Lot, Cujo, Christine, It, fucking Dreamcatcher. I read The Cell. I read like all of his fucking books.
Damn.
I read a lot
writer.
of Stephen King. He's a good storyteller, not a great writer.
Yeah.
That's my argument.
Clarification.
That's my argument.
I was
but
I was
it's not
saying
bad.
that shit earlier.
So real quick, there's another quick note. I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah. So this had a very like fast production. It was like 37 weeks.
Very fast.
And they had to split it into 2 different crews to man the movie.
Oh, dang.
And then I believe when the bugs start coming into the actual grocery store,
Yeah.
they had to hurl baseballs and then place the CGI over the baseballs.
That's funny.
What the fuck?
Just throwing a bunch of baseballs at these people.
Also, where is it at? Oh, yes. So Stephen King initially got the idea when he was in a Maine market and saw that like the entire storefront was made of glass. And he was just like, I wonder how that would be if giant bugs crashed through it.
Just intrusive thoughts. Like,
That's a great, intrusive, creative idea that hits you at a random time.
So, The Punisher.
Right. The main character or
Yes.
main father.
So you know how the main
Main
father has to grab a comic book for his son?
Yes.
They originally wanted it to be a Punisher comic.
Okay.
But he declined because he had a falling out with the producers of The Punisher.
Oh.
So instead he grabs a Hellboy comic book because they're friends.
Well,
with
shit.
Ron Perlman.
Okay, all right. That's interesting. There's a lot of weird things like that happen with production. Like they wanted Stephen King to be in the film, but he's like, nah, I don't want to travel. And so he just wasn't in the movie.
What do you think I am? Like Stan Lee?
Yeah. Stanley loved being in movies. He showed up for
Yeah.
anything.
what an OG.
Well,
Yeah.
here's the
Love
thing
him.
also. He is in the movie.
Well,
The pharmacy is called King's Pharmacy.
yeah.
There's a shelf of books.
Definitely a thing for him.
There's a shelf of books that gets knocked down in the movie that's all Stephen King novels.
Well,
great.
the opening images are
Right.
one of The Dark Tower, which is a Stephen King book,
Yep.
and then also The Thing is over there
Yep.
too,
and Pan's Labyrinth.
Reference
and
to
the
Pan's
Mist.
Labyrinth is also there. Damn.
In case you didn't know who wrote this story.
Basically,
Yeah.
the studio that had like all the production rights for these films was like, you know what you should do? Put all of our film posters in there. And then they put them all in that
Hey,
opening scene.
that Clint Eastwood poster that he was making looked bad
For The Dark Tower?
Yeah.
I wish The Dark Tower was a better movie. But it wasn't.
I felt like this movie was a really good Walking Dead episode. Like, it plays out like one. And it makes sense why he would make The Walking Dead after this movie 3
Right.
years.
Yeah. So we actually, so in the film itself, it says that it's a novella. And me and Justine actually clarified what the meaning of that is. So it's technically shorter than a novel, but longer than a short story. So that's what they ended up calling novellas, is things that are in between. So the story isn't too complex, but it's just long enough to not be a short story.
It's like a really tiny book.
Yeah.
Like I read one novella I've read is called The Machine Stops.
Yeah.
Which is also a novella, but it's really short though. It's maybe like 40 pages long.
Is that the one about the machine that tells you when you're going to die?
No, The Machine Stops is a dystopian book where like all like humanity has gone underground and lives in like these preordained boxes.
Oh, okay.
And they like talk to each other through little blue screens and like give lectures. Then people can like chime into whatever lecture they want to and stuff like that. It's like a really interesting it was written in like, oh my god, like the early 1900s.
Nice.
I think. So it's like but it's like predicting Facebook and social media.
Oh, so many books are like that.
Oh, it's
like
weird.
What was it in the 1970s? They had I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream.
Oh, geez.
And that's one where like a super giant AI computer literally destroys all of the world, but he keeps 5 survivors alive so he could torture them. and he like basically like this is really brutal, but like he makes them go through their biggest fears as humans over and over again daily, until eventually they realize that they could kill themselves. So they kill themselves, and he's super pissed off because he doesn't have a plaything anymore.
Jeez. That's such a cynical,
Gnarly.
vengeful, very sadistic computer.
Yeah.
So this was quite a tangent.
Right.
So I'm gonna reel us
Digress
back in. One thing about The Mist is that Stephen King described the creatures that came out of this portal that's opened, because that's like the big reveal, is that the military was like working with interdimensional creatures.
Project Arrowhead.
Project Arrowhead.
Yeah.
You don't see Project fucking Fujiwater doing this shit.
Yeah,
Fujiwater.
Arrowhead doing it.
Fuck Arrowhead.
Same with Dasani. Dasani
Fuck
ain't doing shit.
Dasani.
Fuck Dasani.
Dasani's not even water.
That's not even water.
Yes, it is. Dasani does make water.
No, it's not
It's
even
not.
water.
Oh, I understand. That's the joke. Okay, that went
Shit.
over my head.
They literally
It's
put like
Diet
a
Coke.
goop into it.
Yeah, they just
It's
pump it
not
with goop.
water.
Okay.
Why?
All right.
It fizzes when you
But
open it
it's
anyway.
wild.
The
Yeah.
real horror here is Dasani, simply because they put salt in their water and you must drink more water.
Oh,
It
Thanks,
wow.
dehydrates you.
Thanks, Coca-Cola Company. All right, sorry about this tangent.
So back from the tangent of water companies opening portals. So we'll get back to that at like another episode. Check the Patreon.
It was supposed to be in the movie. He wrote the scene in the beginning where the portal is open too long, but I think he felt like it would be too sci-fi to start with, and he wanted to focus on the people inside of the store as opposed to
And
like
plus,
what was going on.
I feel like it would take away some of the mystery aspect, because I think that is what really makes this movie, is that you don't really know what's going on. Like even until like the end, you're still kind of like, what the fuck
you
is
kind of
happening?
fill in the gaps.
Yeah.
What is this portal, and how does it get such giant creatures out of it?
That's what I was wondering.
That's one thing. But Stephen King describes the monsters and whatnot in the book as Bosch looking,
Nice.
as if he's referring to like Bosch like art from like the 1500s, where they would like depict like different depictions of hell. So that was his inspiration for these ideas, and so he our director here kind of did the same thing, and so that's where you get all these like the religious ideas coming in with Mrs. Kadri. I think, whatever the hell her name is.
I keep forgetting her name.
Yeah, Miss Kadri, but
McCurdy.
that's where it comes into that, because then you get like this medieval style, like Old Testament, like
Miss
view.
Carmody.
Yeah, Miss Carmody. There you go.
I don't know. I got some huge Eldritch vibes from this. Just like crazy amounts of
did too.
tentacles. The giant beast in the middle of the movie.
Oh,
That's
God.
huge. It's like shaking the ground as it walks.
Yeah, it's like a mesh of both of those ideas, though. So you've got like the religious apocalyptic idea, then you have like Lovecraftian horror interdimensional things, and those two worlds colliding in this like movie. It's pretty cool.
So I like how it boxes everyone in. You like kind of get to meet like the main character. There was a big storm, and like their stuff got fucked up, so they have to go back into town. And then they meet their neighbor, and they go to town to get supplies. And everyone in the town is basically in there trying to get supplies from a natural disaster. Kind of reminded me of March.
Oh, man.
But that's when fucking Dale from The Walking Dead runs in and says, "The Mist!" And he's like bloodied. He's like, "Close the
got
fucking
him."
doors!"
Shit, what a fucking scene.
Yeah. And, I mean, this guy's like, fuck this, I'm gonna go out there and get to my truck.
Gets killed immediately. I think it's a good way to start the horror in a film as opposed to like a specific something else to happen. I think it's great to start it off with just a panic from someone and no one knows what's going on. And that like breaks the intro of the movie where like things were kind of rolling slowly and it's like, nope, you're into the horror now. This is when the official horror movie starts. And then everyone is like, you get all the responses from a small group of people. What's going to happen in like a high pressure situation?
I want to leave. I want to go get my child. Is everything going to be okay, Mommy?
Bits.
Yes, everything will be okay.
Exactly. One of the best descriptions I saw was somebody thought it was an allegory for the time of the George W. Bush era of like how people were responding to like religious fanaticism during that time where people were trying to blame other countries for saying that like their religion was the reason why all of these terrible things were happening. And so someone took that allegory and expanded it to the film and it works pretty well. So that was something, but it's mainly a commentary on how people are going to act with each other as opposed to the threat outside. The most dangerous thing that I think in the movie, if they like stayed inside, was each other. They end up murdering some person and feeding him.
Yeah, they have that little dialogue scene where it's like, well, I think things could get back to normal maybe, and it's like, well, think about it. You give man technology, you take that away. And then you take fucking the police away, and then man has to fight for himself.
Yeah, that's what the dad says to them. He's like, yeah, people are going to be okay, but what happens when you take away all of these things that they take for granted?
You have this religious fanatic with 4 followers. Tomorrow will be 8, then it'll be 16, and then they're trying to sacrifice someone to appease the gods.
And I say she's a fanatic because she uses this fear that people have of something and her like religious knowledge to scare people and to get them to do what she wants. Because there's not bad religious people. Like, you've definitely met someone who's religious and they're a good person to be around. She's the opposite of that. She's going to make you do terrible things.
I mean, let's just talk about that biker dude before he went out.
Yeah, he says it.
Yeah, he's like, look, lady, I believe in God, but not your bloodthirsty God, you know?
Yeah, he's not such a fucking bloodthirsty asshole like you're making him out to be.
But
right.
Here's the crazy thing, though. She's always right.
Yeah.
And that's the worst part. That's the worst part.
Yeah. So that's what really gets people is that she's never wrong the whole film. I think she's just conveniently right the whole time.
She's reading the entire book of Revelations.
Oh my God.
Part from part. Like, yes, the demons will come out at night. Blood must be paid. Locusts ascend upon the people. Everything like that is coming to fruition.
So she keeps saying like your child has to die for this to end,
right?
Sort of idea. And then at the very ending of the movie, when all of it ends, his child is dead.
Isn't that the story of Abraham right there?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, he sacrifices his own child. Well,
he was about
God asked him to sacrifice his child. Eventually, God's like, you know what, JK, you don't have to kill your kid. But in this case, he actually did kill his kid, and then it turned out he didn't really need to.
Yeah. Holy shit.
I like the cast that they had for like the 8 people that were sane enough. You know, just like, we need to get the fuck out of here. Like, Ollie Weeks.
Yes.
Best fucking guy in the movie.
Yes. Ollie is the fucking king.
God.
Ollie is king. The best. I was about to say that, but me and Mur we're vibing right now.
I know.
Ollie is our man.
Ooh, I feel those vibes.
I know him as the bad guy from Captain America 1.
Exactly.
I also know him as the bad guy from Jurassic World 2.
Yeah. Also the bad guy. No.
Yeah, he's a good bad guy.
Yeah.
You know?
He's got an interesting face, I think, is what it is.
He's
That's
so
why they love
recognizable.
casting him. Yeah.
He's a fucking badass in this movie. Everything he does, like, he's just a normal guy.
He's like an expert marksman with the pistol.
Yeah, that shit was dope. Just like, Ollie, you can't shoot that gun. He's like, world state champion in 1994.
As he loads it.
And he's like,
He does not miss. He does not miss a single shot in this movie.
Are you drinking beer, Job? Yeah, I am. Now shut the fuck up.
That's a very Stephen King character to have, too.
Oh, yeah.
As a character like that.
To break your typical stereotype of, like, the macho man to be in charge, they had this guy who seems very, very small. Yeah.
His last name's Weak.
That was definitely something I noticed a lot with the characters in this movie. Is I feel like there was definitely two types of people. There was like, you know, the little like towny people, that kind of like hick macho men in the beginning that were like talking shit to the artist dude.
They're like, don't
know?
be scared. Are you trying to condescend me just because you went to college?
I know. Oh, fuck that comment about going to college. I can't tell you how many times I've heard that. It's like, oh, you think you're so smart with your college education? Yes, ma'am, I do. Sorry.
I mean, he gets his justice though when the old lady's like, "Are you gonna go out there?" Oh yes, what's his name? You're Billy, right? Billy, whatever.
Bunch of underachievers.
Yeah, you and your sister, bunch of underachievers. Come on, boy.
That old lady,
She's
love
fucking
her.
great. So she's the opposite of these old people that do not want to listen to anything new. She was like, "No, fuck you. I'm tired of hearing your shit." She's like, "I got plenty of things here to throw at you."
Yeah,
we got all these peas.
Yeah.
They stone people in your religion, right?
Yeah.
The can of peas. That was iconic.
Yeah, she also makes that fucking crazy flamethrower real quick.
That was awesome.
I know, she just comes at it so casual too. She's like, I know what to do. Too prepared.
The world here really does feel dangerous in this movie too. Like when they take any expedition outside, they
Somebody
did a good
dies.
job. Yeah, definitely. It's always like risk, as well as like people just being ignorant and not listening to anyone as well, and then just doing whatever they want.
Yeah, you got the crazy fucking lawyer guy who sues everyone any chance he gets. He assaulted me. You saw it. You could be a witness. Just like, fucking shut up.
All I could think of was Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
That's where I know that.
Yeah, that's all I could think of when I saw him. I was like, "That's the
Okay.
dude. That's like the chief."
But like Mitch was saying, anytime anyone leaves, there's 6 of them that leave, and we get the half of the biker left because he's trying to go for the shotgun. The guy's like, "It's the red pickup. My shotgun's in there. Shells in the fucking in the
glove
in the
compartment.
glove compartment. You got some brass balls, son." And then I love it. Ollie's like trying to give him a little knife, and he just takes out a fat
Big
ass
ass
Bowie
Bowie knife. He's like, "No, I got it. Don't worry about it." But
Like
that
was
is
a phallic reference, just saying.
Oh, totally. They're like, "Yeah, I've got the bigger dick."
Do you need a dick? No, I've got a giant dick right
Thank
here.
you so. Yeah, this is the big balls motherfucker who's about to go outside. Yeah, it's fine. And well, he does literally get cut in half. So
then we get like the meat and potatoes of this movie with the religious woman like talking to herself in the bathroom saying, "God gave me the power to
Dude.
talk to these people." And then like ultimately like, "You're making fun of me and my faith, aren't you?" And she's like, "No, I just want a friend. I'll fucking shit on the ground and call that my friend before I have you
that
in my
was
life."
gnarly. She's like, "If I ever need a friend like
Dang.
you, I'll pop a squat somewhere and shit it out." I was like, "Oh my god!" I was like, "That is an insult."
I might actually use that
Heavy
line.
insult from the religious lady. She did not give a fuck.
There's always something interesting too. Is like, aren't religious people supposed to be very like all love and light and welcoming and
Depends on what part of the Bible they read.
Yeah.
Because if it's the Old Testament, that's very fire and brimstone.
Some
Depends
of
on
them
which
are
part of the Bible
chaotic
you
good.
actually choose to listen to, because as
Exactly.
we know, most religious people like to pick and choose what they believe out of the Bible.
Most of them are judgmental as fuck too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and she ends up being that way. She like will immediately call judgment on a lot of people in the film and says it during like her mini sermons.
The Marine. Oh my god. Oh,
That made
my
me
God.
sad.
Yeah, he comes
He
to
was
find,
just trying
you
to do
know,
his job, man.
He comes to find both of his friends killed themselves.
Yeah.
And immediately after, like they're like,
gets
he said it was his
stabbed and
fault.
Sacrificed.
He said it was his fault.
And then also watched girlfriend get stung in neck and then die.
Yeah.
And she was nice. And you were like, wow, I bet she's going to be important, right? Nope. I guess not.
She is not important.
That first scene where the bugs are coming and the giant pterodactyls are coming through, that shit was hectic as fuck. You got people trying to light mops on fire and they can't get their lighters to work.
Light themselves on
They
fire.
light themselves on fire.
That fucking sucks, dude. That guy fails so hard.
No.
He like slips and falls, throws the gas
When
all
you
over
roll
the ground.
one, you just roll one and then
Yeah,
everything goes to
his
shit
whole
after
fucking
that.
shit. And then he just ends up on the ground burning and then dies from his burn wounds.
Everything that the religious lady says comes true though, and I
So-
understand why the people with fear in them would follow her.
It's kind of interesting too because one of the creatures lands on her and does not sting her.
I
She
feel like
says
it's
a
kinda
prayer.
Like,
Yeah, and like it like leaves her alone.
I low-key feel like it's kind of like a bee thing, you know? Like, if
don't
a bee
move
lands on
frantically,
you,
yeah.
if you're, like, chill, it'll go away. I
Yeah.
feel like it's the same thing with that bug. Because she was just like, oh,
Yeah,
Take
that's
me.
true. Well, her dramatic line was that, God could take her life then if he wanted to. But then he doesn't, so she's like, I've been confirmed as his voice here on Earth. And you're like, whoa.
You're like, oh god.
Oh, man. And it gets worse from there. I'm extremely happy that Ollie ends up shooting her because you're just like, I am tired of this person. I've never been so frustrated watching a film than when she's like spewing all of this stuff to people. I'm like, this is so bad. You're making this situation so much worse.
Please shoot her. Someone shoot her. Thank
I
you.
love it too because afterwards he's like, I shot her. I killed her. He was like, thanks, Ollie.
Had to be done. Had to be done.
yeah, I'm just saying he was too ready for that. One in the gut, one in the head. Like, I feel like he'd
He
done
really
that
did.
before.
Oh, God. It's just a murderer.
Craziest thing is, someone is married to her.
Oh, yeah. She was married,
Yeah.
huh?
Yeah,
Where was her
someone's
husband,
married
though?
to that.
Really? I thought
Yeah.
she was just a neighborhood crazy lady.
Miss. It's an MRS. She's married.
Murray.
Oh.
Married.
She's
Married.
What if she's just saying that, when like someone's widowed?
She's married to God.
Oh shit.
All right, but that's the thing. This movie makes you love Toby Jones for doing the thing that we always wanted to do.
Yeah,
Shoot her.
exactly. It's very. It gives you that satisfying bit of the movie, but then it gets all downhill from
I
there.
feel so bad that he died.
Yeah.
He gets killed by that giant crab
It like
thing.
picks him up.
Yeah.
You never really get a huge view of them, like a clear view of them. You get a clear view of the smaller ones, but any of the bigger ones, you just see like a shadow, like an
I think it
outline
works
in
for
the
me.
Although
mist.
that
great.
like
Yeah.
gargantuan thing at the end, you get a pretty good look at that.
Yeah, and it leaves a lot to your imagination, which usually works much better when it comes to some of the horror films.
The spiders.
Those things are gnarly. They have like acid webbing.
Acid webs.
Did you see that? Like, there was one shot where it shot the dude's leg and it wrapped around the whole thing, cutting it off.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
and then he just dies in the store from
Yeah,
all
that's
the
the
They
thing.
like
shot.
rip the skin off of his leg. Like,
Yeah.
And then you
a great
see,
bit of
oh,
body horror for that.
You see that part where he's like, "It's all our fault" with the military police, and
He's
then
got
he
a
falls
bunch.
over, and his
when he
back
blows up,
explodes
it's
with all the
Yeah.
spiders.
He just explodes in spider. I loved that scene because it was just so like, oh god.
That's like one of the things I absolutely hate seeing in film is like just thousands of bugs coming out of a carcass. Like whether it's maggots or anything more sinister. Like, no, that's so gross.
It's that time.
What?
The ending.
Oh, okay. Right. So
I was like, point of view?
So this movie, I think this ending solidifies it as a complete tragedy. Like the ending that happens here, because they're like out of gas, they have nowhere else to go. They have a gun. They're like, all right, we're gonna shoot everyone in the car, but they find out they do not have enough bullets for everyone. Just
Or-
one short.
And that's when, I mean, it even pans. The guy's like, I guess I'll figure it out myself. As you're hearing this
shoots them.
giant gargantuan thing in the background.
He shoots them in quick succession too. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then like loses his shit and gets out.
There's a delay on the sun though.
Yeah,
There's
you're
a
right.
slight
There's a
delay
slight delay
on
on
the-
his
on
son,
when you
yeah.
can tell that
Which
son's
I can
about to
assume,
die.
yeah, is only his son.
Yeah.
I would have thought the son would be the first to go, so he wouldn't have to sit there and watch everybody get shot.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
You don't even see it. You see the side shot of a car with muffled gunshots, and it's just, it hurts.
Yeah, in film they can't really show a kid getting shot in the face, no matter what the rating is.
I know,
Yeah.
but I mean, like, I think it hits you more because you're
Yeah,
just, you know.
imagine like what
It's
would have
still
happened.
just like not being able to see the full picture. I feel
Yeah.
like that's a big running theme of this movie. Is
It
like
works
you never
really
get
well.
the full idea.
So do you guys know like how the book ends?
They just keep driving.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like it leaves on like a
Open-ended.
hopeful note sort of
Yeah.
deal. Yeah. As well as apparently he's been like hooking up with the lady that they
yeah,
leave with.
he has
Apparently,
an affair with the lady
Yeah.
he meets in the store, but he didn't want to show that in the film for some reason.
yeah. Anyway, just some interesting tidbits about how the movie and novella
It
differ.
probably wouldn't have made you feel as bad for him.
yeah.
Yeah.
The ending, I think, is why he wanted the effect to be greater. So he was like, yeah, he was a nice, noble person all the way through. And
Your knight in shining
yeah,
armor.
and then he just doesn't.
I think one of the scariest things also is they're like, how far does the mist go? You know,
Right.
Is it just our
Yeah.
county? Is it just our state?
The whole
it
eastern
could be the
seaboard.
whole world. It could be the whole world.
yeah.
And so
But as we know,
as this killing happens, I mean, within what 15 seconds, 10, 30
It's like a
seconds,
minute.
maybe a minute.
If he had
of him
waited just a
screaming,
minute.
I mean, he's a very bad crier. I'll admit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
He never even had
I'm
tears.
glad I'm not the
Yeah.
only
He
one
had
that
no
thought
tears.
that.
They could have squirted him with something.
I'm just saying, he needs to take lessons from Jamie Lee Curtis. Okay.
Yeah, get some real screams. Learn from the Scream Queen.
Herself.
Here's something I did want to say, though, is that I think that there's a take that I heard about this movie where it's sort of like he is being punished for basically exuding pride.
Oh,
and that's one of the things, because he's prideful about, he's more like, I'm taking care of my son, I'm not helping anybody else. I'm not gonna, like, he argues with his neighbor about the boathouse, and like, we need to exchange insurance right now. Like, after like a big catastrophe just happened, his neighbor's car is destroyed and whatnot. And then it's just like, I don't know, there's a lot of like little instances like that where he thinks he should take the lead on things, he should be doing this.
So in a sense, was he then punished for his pride?
In a way, yeah.
Yeah.
In a way, like literally leaving the group is like leaving salvation in a way. If like the
Yeah,
whole
because they're
group-
all saved pretty much.
Yeah, they're all everyone there is saved, quote unquote. But they all do end up getting saved in the end, which is the crazy bit.
No. Finish your thought.
I don't have a thought.
The ending.
Go ahead.
We still haven't talked about how the military rolled through.
So, after this rapid succession of bullets and a very bad crying scene, we have not a gargantuan, but a military tank with people cleansing the area of any
Fucking
eldritch
flamethrowers.
flames. And you have refugees and the mist clearing within a
Yep.
minute after him shooting and killing his
Damn.
entire, like, quote unquote family from
And
this.
now he's got to live with that.
That fucking hurts. This was one of the hardest endings for me to see in a
Yeah,
movie.
it's a harsh ending. You don't really see endings like this too often. You either have like everyone fucking die or like people who survive and you're happy about it.
I honestly thought they were going to have a new life together with the blonde woman.
Nope.
They're just gonna be like grandma, grandpa, boyfriend, girlfriend, son, and that we're all just gonna be like that. But no, the movie took that away from us.
He
It
was
said no.
the main character was actually like the guy who directed the movie came to him and said, "I want you to play Rick Grimes in The Walking Dead,"
Oh shit.
and he turned it down, and that was a
Damn.
big regret.
I bet,
bet.
after 10 seasons of the show. Yeah,
Yeah.
come on, dude.
Shit.
I think Rick Grimes kind of kills it though in that movie or in the show. Like
Yeah.
he cries
Oh,
better
no.
than that guy.
Yeah,
yeah.
he has some pretty terrible moments where he's like lost his wife and his child.
But that's the thing, though. I mean, after watching this, do you understand how he was able to come and make The Walking Dead? Like, it just
Yeah.
seemed like this seemed like a Walking Dead episode, but fucking Eldritch Horror
It's
Edition.
got the same vibes. It's
Yeah.
very dark. It's not meant to be like ending on a positive note. It's terrible social commentary on people in high stress situations, especially what they would do to each other.
Oh, yeah.
And to survive, and then what he does in the end to like, he's like in his mind, he's like, if I kill them, then they don't have to like face what's going on outside. But if he had just waited a little bit longer and like thought things through just a bit more, they would have all been saved. So it's like a piece of commentary on people's like decisions on what they're going to do and why they've made these choices, and then what you pretty much have to live with afterwards. And so it's like he's probably not going to forgive himself like ever.
He's probably mentally fucked up.
Yeah, he's going to have like a mental break like the other guy who just goes to the religious side because he doesn't want to believe in the truth. So it's like they have all these moments of people breaking in different ways or like kind of stepping up and doing a lot of cool shit like what fucking Ollie does. So it's just like, it's a great micro, what is the word? Like a version of society, but put into a store. And they had a pretty good variety of people in the store. It wasn't like just one single thing. And then eventually it turns into one side versus the other.
It multiplied, like they said.
Yeah.
And they wanted to sacrifice the son.
Crazy. She was like, grab the child and the whore. You're like, whoa. And then just ends up getting shot, which is like one of the better moments of the movie. And then the ending is like, I can't think of another ending that was quite like that one, where it's like it's just bleak at the end.
The Descent.
Oh yeah,
It's kind of like that.
that The Descent is another movie. Damn, that is good. Where you find out she just never escaped.
Oh yeah, no, she does not escape at
Yeah,
all. It's
she's
great.
just stuck in there. She imagines it, and then like wakes up in the middle of the cave. That's a good.
God,
that's
there's
a
such a
good
good switcheroo in
Yeah.
that movie. Like, she's out. Yes. No. Yeah. Oh
We
my
also
God.
talked about that one, so if you want to go
go back and watch
go hear
that
about
episode.
The
It's
Descent. We
great.
talk about that one. What was it? The Descent and What was the other movie he did with that?
Fucking Wolf Boys or no? What was
Dog Soldiers.
Dog Soldiers. Hell yeah,
Yeah.
that's a great movie. I love Dog
Boys.
Soldiers. Dog Boys, Dog Soldiers. That's right.
Yeah, you get a dude who fights a fucking werewolf barehanded.
Yeah, it's so great. I love that. Oh, it's so good.
Gnarly.
Anyway,
I hope I give you the shits.
yeah, I give you the shit. So good. Yes.
Do you guys have any final thoughts then on The Mist?
Yes. It's respected by the person who wrote it.
Yeah,
That should say enough about it.
Yeah, Stephen King loves this movie.
He even said the ending was better. That should say a lot. Fucking hurts.
It says a lot about his humble nature as well, where he's just like, you can make my work better if you want. I don't care.
Yeah,
That's
he
cool.
gives out a lot of stories where he's like, you want to pick this story up and do something with it? Buy it for like $0.01 and you can go and do whatever you want with it. He's done that with a lot of stuff that he's written. He puts it into like an archive where you can go and purchase like the IP rights, and then you can take the story and do whatever you want with it. He's done so many short stories like that. So definitely like
Interesting.
giving back to the community in a unique way. Because he just has so many. It's like you said, he probably has an obsession with just creating new stories and then doesn't follow through on a lot of them because he's filthy rich at this point.
I mean, one of his stories he threw in the trash, and then his wife saved it and said, you should finish this. It's really good.
Which one was that one?
I can't remember what book it is, though.
It'd be great if it was The Shining.
I think it was. It could have been The Shining or like It or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess his wife saved his work, so I guess she has a lot of like influence on his stuff.
Man, can you imagine what it'd be like just to live with him and be like, what are all these ideas?
Like, why is this house just full of stacks of paper everywhere?
I feel like he's like a hoarder, but with books and papers
Yeah,
and all that kind of
definitely.
like
What-
random shit.
One thing that this movie doesn't have that most Stephen King stories has is a like psychic being or like someone who is otherworldly to like the other.
To,
Well,
like,
in a
assist them,
sense,
sort
I
of?
feel like that religious lady would be the exception because, you know, she's not obviously not like powerful in that sort of way, but she's
fills the
protected. She
role.
has like a shield of faith around her, basically, which in a sense is sort of supernatural.
I stand corrected.
What would you guys rate these films?
Oh shit, we're there right now.
Yeah.
Damn, but it had fun. This was fun though. Anyway,
I mean, do you have any other thoughts?
rating?
Well, okay, I have one thing I would
yeah.
like to say about The Mist.
Yeah.
I think that this is a good movie to watch for quarantine. Because I think
Oh,
this
that's
is
a
a
good
really good like dramatization of what happens when people are like confined into a space and everything that's going on outside around them is completely unknown and they're just sort of in the dark receiving information as it comes to them, but only little small bits of information. And I think it really shows how people get stir crazy. They start blaming each other for shit that they really don't understand, and they never really seek to truly understand.
No.
They just kind of take things at face value and run with it.
Well, the lawyer does, but we don't know if he actually died.
He does.
Does he?
Along with the other 5 people and the biker. That's what that was supposed to signify.
Oh, okay.
Because it's like, you're going to go with them and get the shotgun? Okay, cool. We're going to tie rope around you, see how far you guys could get. If you guys could get that far, you come back.
I thought they just separated and went somewhere else. But
Nope,
there's probably a super high chance.
So
they ever
all of them died.
killed. Well, shit.
So they that's how they figure out 300 feet is the limit before shit gets real.
Before shit gets real.
I give these movies both solid 8s. I enjoyed them very much.
I agree with that.
Yeah, solid 8s are good. Yep. Mm-hmm.
8s all around.
Yeah, I think I would agree too. Either I would even probably give The Mist a 9 because I feel like it's pretty well written.
I'll
More
give it-
relevant now.
Yeah,
I give The Mist an 8.5 for that ending because that ending.
yeah. The ending is fantastic for a horror film because it does not give any satisfaction to the people watching it, and it has great effect.
I just think of that meme where it's like that kid like super pissed. That shit hurt it.
The characters don't seem one-dimensional to me at all. Like, you get to see a lot of their motives for why they did certain things. And they end up kind of giving a pretty good reason for why they make the choices in the film, as well as seeing how people respond in, like, larger groups. So I would definitely give the guy a lot of credit for adapting it well into a film. But was there anything else?
No.
Do the outro stuff.
You know what? The Mist is a great tragedy, and The Fog is a great 80s horror movie. They're just great at what they do.
Yeah. Solid. Solid. Yeah.
Cue outro. While we dance.
Oh God.
So you can find us all on.
Why don't you do it this time?
Wait, want me to do it?
Yeah, go.
So you can find us on a bunch of websites that have URLs and other streaming services that you usually listen to things on. We're on like Stitcher and like Apple Podcast and like I don't know how to do this. You do it all the time, so you have it like memorized.
Give
John.
it a try, Mer.
Yeah, you got it.
All right. Well, if you enjoyed this episode, you could find us always on our Patreon, where we put new content every week, as well as find us on all the streaming services such as Apple Podcasts, Spotify, SoundCloud, basically anything that streams podcasts. Also, you should check out the social medias, where we post content pretty much daily, horror-related stuff. That's going to be on our Facebook, our Twitter, and our Instagram. Also, give us a review on the Apple Podcast. It would really help us out a lot because we love to hear the feedback. If you have recommendations for movies, you can always hit up the Patreon, give us a couple dollars. We will definitely put it into consideration. Also, if you just want to message us, if you have any thoughts on the movies, maybe you want to argue with us, maybe you want to tell me, hey, Mer, you suck, that's fine. But yeah, thank you for listening to Bringing Down the Grindhouse.
We love you.
Wow.
And shout out to our 2 patrons.
Eric and Anthony.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, by the way, Eric has made one request for a movie.
Yeah, he wants to see Redline?
Yeah, he wants us to do a review of Redline.
Fantastic movie.
That'll be coming up soon, guys.
It's a non-horror episode, and it is an anime movie, if I'm right.
I think we should expedite this one because this is the first time we've done like a fan requested
true.
thing. So I think we should expedite it.
No, that'd be good.
Ooh.
That's the
I'm
thing.
more than happy to talk about that.
And if you want an expedited fan submission, we cannot reiterate this enough. There is something, a website with a P called Patreon that helps us out a lot, and you could get the content you fucking need.
Do yourself a favor.
Yes.
then I hope everyone has a good night.
You're beautiful.
I'm Mitch.
I'm Mer.
I'm Justine
And I'm Jonathan. Thank you.
with the Late Night Show.